Ah, Paris Charles de Gaulle. People love to hate it, and with good reason. It's a prime example of design over function. It looks pretty, but transiting between terminals can be like going through a layer of hell, especially if you're in a hurry. Luckily for me today, I have plenty of time. And the lounge in Terminal 2E is pretty pleasant. It's about time to head over and board the flight from Paris to Seattle, Air France 787-9 business class. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. This was originally supposed to be an A350. I actually booked it for that reason. Flew through Paris, which I don't normally do. I like to avoid it if possible. But did that in order to catch the A350, and they swapped it to the 787. Look, it's okay. I'm not complaining exactly, but I wanted to see that A350 product in particular. I've only flown one long-haul Air France business class in recent memory. That was on the 777. It was pretty nice. So, I'm gonna go run and get on board. I had a 4-hour layover here, which seemed like it was gonna last forever, and suddenly found myself a little bit late for boarding, so I'm gonna hurry up. First impressions are good. I like the look and feel of the Air France business cabin overall. It's got a certain elegance to it. We've got the full service offering here, including pre-departure champagne in a nice-looking glass. The flight attendants remind me of old-school French waiters. That's the good side of French service. There's also subtle, calming boarding music. Big, premium-looking menus with the route printed in them are also a plus, especially when certain other airlines still haven't even brought back menus. Say what you will about Air France, at their best, they've really got that romance of travel thing pegged.
Chaque fois que ce signal est allumé, nous vous prions d'attacher votre ceinture.
Crew members wearing a red badge are responsible for your safety.
Prépare pour le décollage.
The 787 has a very distinctive chime sound. Have you noticed? I really like it, actually. This is a fun one because I'm on my way to Alaska for the first time in years. Over the coming few weeks, I'll be bringing you a few hopefully very fun videos as I head up to the Bering Strait area to see what remote, near-Arctic Alaskan flying is like. This was filmed back in April, so you'll see more snow and masks than you might otherwise. The seat itself is pretty average if we're comparing among the wide world of reverse herringbones. It's comfortable enough and it does what you need it to. It's mostly private. These look surprisingly scuffed though, and the recline buttons are positioned in a way that I accidentally pressed them with my arm several times. Pretty nice screen and pretty nice map. Entertainment selection looks fine. I like the look of their amenity kits too, although I wish the zippers were a little sturdier so I could use them for longer. Here I am quickly rifling through the contents. I love that they include a pen and that it's a good pen. Time for the lunch service, which should be Air France's moment to shine. I love the consistency of sibling company KLM's service and overall attitude. Click the link up top for my review of their 787 business class to Nairobi. But it's generally understood that Air France, if nothing else, has the superior catering. So let's see. More champagne first, and I love this one. I didn't know it previously, and now it's one of my favorites. These little snacks are so tasty too. To start, it's foie gras and asparagus. So good. And then the filet de boeuf with carrots. It is also very tasty, and it wasn't overcooked. The cheese is fine, but nothing too special. Actually, I preferred the cheese selection on my recent Finnair flight, if you can believe it. A little tray of very French-looking desserts and sorbet, plus a double espresso, round all this off nicely. A decadent and satisfying meal in the air. I'm really impressed. As I alluded to earlier, the cabin crew was especially good on this one. For example, if your glass started looking a little marked up with fingerprints, they would notice that and replace it. It's these little moments of attentiveness that set great crews apart. Then it's time to just cruise across the North Atlantic in mostly good weather. This is a very pleasant place to spend some time, I would say. Power and Wi-Fi all work just fine. I mostly spend the time working, and the 9-hour, 27-minute flight passes by quickly. The pre-arrival meal is simple but also delicious. Again, I am so impressed by the food on this flight. And soon enough, we're descending into Seattle. Too bad about all the clouds, but we do glimpse some snowy peaks below on the approach.
Préparez-vous pour l'atterrissage.
In Seattle itself, it's a gorgeous day, and I'm kind of sad I can't spend a few days here first. But Anchorage is calling. So, catch you next time as I make my way to the far north. Thanks for coming along.
point de stationnement, nous demandons de rester assis, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not arrived at parking points yet.
In Seattle, for Flight Radar 24, I'm Gabriel Lee.